Oh, wow. Oh. Like the postman, we carry our drums and sleep, no matter the weather. Sleet, rain. So, yeah, I just put up a video. I didn't put it up.
Nice.
It's a loop on my uh, it's a loop on my on my Lisa's kit, and I played it with double pedals. I changed the tempo. I think I was at somewhere like 132, whatever that would be, right?
Hmm.
That may have been a little slower. The loops come up at a certain tempo, and then play with it. Sometimes if you want to demonstrate or challenge yourself, you end up playing and speeding it up so that you know, it becomes somewhat. Well, the challenge is how do you make music out of that?
Right.
Because it called to record for a band that has a tune that's at that tempo, and what are you going to do? You're gonna make it work, right?
Hmm.
So, okay. So what you explained to me was that you're just having a little bit of difficulty with regards to the coordination, right?
Hmm.
Now, for me, I spent, well, in the beginning, I thought that it was about coordination. And, people will come up to me and they go, oh, drumming is so hard. How do you coordinate all your body parts like that? And I say, well, that's not the hard part.
Hmm.
Easy part. The hard part is learning how do you hold the stick and play with one hand? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Said, it's easy to, come up playing, not thinking about how do you hold the stick and play with one hand. And working on a bunch of coordination and thinking that, well, I didn't, forgetting that you worked on it, and you're forever working on coordination. But for me, it wasn't a priority. I mean, yeah, that's cool. But can you play something that doesn't require a lot of coordination and play it beautifully?
Hmm.
Sound real, no? I told you I remember where I was in Toronto, Canada, at a friend's house. He had Wharfdale speakers, really good sound system. And his brother put on Nightwalker, Gino Vanelli, and
Hmm.
Vinny, and that sounds different. And I became familiar with Carlos on different recordings, and I said, that sounds like what I heard. Yeah, that sounds similar to Vinny, right? So you start to hear the guys that have this kind of thing together have a certain sound. Okay. And then you want to apply it to the drums and make music, you know. And it's not just about coordination, although of course coordination is a big part of it. Okay. Um, and so you're having a problem with the coordination. So who am I to talk? Yeah, right. But for me, what I learned to do was, and it doesn't always work, I guess, but I would learn to put things on automatic pilot.
Right.
Uh, I remember driving back to Toronto. I remember the intersection where I heard the horn section on. Uh, is it Billy Joel? Don't forget your second wind.
Hmm.
And the horns go, don't Forget your second. Baba da baba da baba da baba da 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 da. Or later you'll feel the moment. I went, what is that? Da 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 da. I remember being for a moment perplexed for a moment, and then I da 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 da, and I got it. I, oh, it's triplets. First, I figured out it was triplets, da 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 da, da. And then I went da 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 da, and I went, oh, it's three triplets and a rest, and three notes. That's triplets and a rest, and three more notes, and so I figured that out.
Mm.
Playing 3/4. I don't remember figuring that. I just remember that kind of came pretty naturally. But Jim Blackley did have me playing right hand. The wonderful master teacher out of Toronto, Canada, had me playing simple time, 2 and 4 on the stock, typical stuff. Maybe even 4/4 on the bass drum. I hope not. And because it starts to get corny, you know. That's everybody plays out of syncopation. That they read the notes in the left hand, and then they play simple time with this, and which is okay. But Jim would write 3-bar patterns out, so you'd be in 4 but playing 3-bar patterns, and that was the reason. But then I remember the day I figured out. You'd hear clave. I hear the drummer go. What is that? And I remember figuring it out. That's for okay. So first you have to figure out the note value. So 1, 2, 3. So dot dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I realized, oh, it's that. They're playing in 5 over the bar line. And you can do it with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? But the way I figured out how to put it, then you have to put it on the drums. And I realized I don't have a whole kit here. It would be kind of fun. We can do one of these in the studio. We can do a drum set lesson. Be a bad idea, but we're in that world right now, drum set world. But yeah, so you're thinking in groups of 5. Now you can plan what sticking are you. But what I just memorized this. So my right hand has to do this. And I just keep that going, and I just sing the tune. That's the note value, right? You just feel that pattern in your body. And that's what I'm doing with my feet. I just feel, and I can play whatever I want over it. I go into automatic pilot. Now, you've only been fiddling with this for a couple of weeks. So I get it. You see, it feels like coordination, and it is. But the more you practice this, the sooner you realize once you get that pattern, play anything you want over it, or a lot of what you want over it. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, I'm not cool with just slowing the darn thing down, right? If we're thinking of it as 16th notes, da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So let's just consider it 16th notes. All right. So I just want to realize, good idea to slow down, which you did before I turned on the camera. You slowed it way down, which we put it at 40.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah. 40 to 92.
Right, I know, because
I
you,
didn't quite get there.
okay, interesting, that's cool. Okay, so you're working on this, I love it. So, put that there. Okay. All right. So, we're talking now about, and one, and two, and one, and two, and one, and two, one, and just getting something like this. Getting it to be nice and settled. How do we do that? Well, we have to have our singles together, even at that tempo. That tempo is just as hard as, well, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but once you have the knowledge of how the body works and how this particular grip works, uh, the speed will come. And the control of the speed will become because you learn to control your wrist turn.
Mm.
Okay. So we're 40. Put the metronome at 40. Let's just take a look. Now you want to count this. When I did my figuring out of, your second, what's that tune called? When? Don't forget your second. I think it's a different title, but everybody knows that tune. Great tune. I had to slow it down and figure out what kind of notes they were playing. And by slowing them down and establishing a bass line, I don't mean an actual bass line, I mean like a zero bias line. I was able to figure out what to do, okay?
Mm.
So go ahead, metronome on at 40, we're playing 16th notes.
Oh.
Okay, it's not bad, Jason. I remember taking a lesson with, the drummer Casey Sherrill,
Mm.
and he told me, you just roll up on the pedals to play heel up. You roll up. So, and I was studying with Dick at the time because he would have me go take lessons with everybody. And he said, sounds right to me.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering too, if you always would do, if you always went roll up and did them both of them down, or if you also did like a, hit like a turn, like a,
That's good. It's good. That's good thinking.
Seems like it'd be quicker though on both on the down.
Well, for me, I've definitely thought about that. I've fiddled with that, but for me, I worked on what seemed most natural. Right?
Yeah. Go up and then two down. Oh, okay.
If I do this, I'm going da 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 da.
Yeah.
Upstrokes. They were up notes, upstrokes.
Right, yeah.
So that when I was hit to that pattern, I think it was Greg Alvin. I'll be damned. Now that's something. See, I need to. Here's the coordination I am working on, and I will. I'll prove it at some point.
Yeah.
Right? Because I will say, I remember reading an article where Vinny said, "I'm just not interested in playing clave with my left foot on a cowbell. Guys are really into that. That doesn't interest me, so I don't work on it. So that you can't play, really? It's something that doesn't interest him. Now, but this does interest me, so that's not an excuse. And it's tricky. So you have to run into the fire. And so here's an example where I need to have a chat with Kevin, right? Because this well is very deep. It's unending. You never get to the end.
Yeah.
Always stuff to work on. Okay. So there's that pattern. But the samba pattern, back to what you mentioned, I roll up and I play 2 down. And remember, we had you working.
Kind of equal accent, or you kind of accent the downbeat, or.
Boom, boom. So here's what I'm thinking. And to what extent, that's a very good question. Here's what I'm thinking. This is neat because the student challenges you. Now I have thought about this, but I like this. Is it okay politically correct to say you don't want to play? I joke about myself. You don't want to play like a gringo. You know,
Yeah.
we're trying to sound at least a little bit authentic.
Oh yeah.
And one of the ways you help learn to start to understand the samba is the serto drum. And the serto drum, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-goom, ba-goom, and they let ba-doom,
More on the upbeat kind of.
doom, ba-doom. So they let that note ring out, and
Yeah.
it has a feeling of
Gato kind of.
slight accent. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. So when we're playing the bass, it's not hip. Whereas Richard Wilson, he used the word corny to describe playing a samba, for instance, ba-doom, 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 because you're just kind of faking what you've learned out of a book.
Yeah. Mechanical.
But we want to sound like this has come from hanging out in Brazil and listening and absorbing and is the word amalgamating, becoming part of the culture in some way. Assimilating, yes, good word. And so now I might not be thinking about my bass drum is going to be like a serto drum, and I'm going to go ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. But my whole feeling when I play a samba has that lope in mind, right?
So the second half of the measure.
Well, I some of that feeling more in my hands. Serto drum is played with and but because if everything goes ba-dum, ba-dum, you don't want it to sound artificial either. It's supposed to be natural. It should be just an offshoot of what you've been listening to. If you grew up listening to that kind of music.
Yeah, a lot of subtleties to that. Well, absolutely. It's going to take years to figure out.
And I'll sometimes notice that the bass player I'm playing with isn't getting it. Turn this off. And so I'll have a chat with the bass player, after the tune or on a break, and we'll talk about it. I also talk to a lot of guys about this idea of a J, which is, we'll get into that at another time. Oh, okay. That was Charlie Pride teaching Richard Martinez about the J on a gig, and then Richard shared it with me. And it's a big deal. Charlie Pride. Funky.
Yeah.
And yeah, awesome. And so there's a lope to everything we do. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. It doesn't go boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay, so
Yeah.
question, very cool question. So the idea of rolling up, because if you don't roll up, what does that mean? From a technical point of view, if you're not rolling up, go and play it without rolling up. Do it in the way that you were doing it. So it should be easy to demonstrate. Okay,
What is it?
well, but if you lead with your leg, you're not really leading. You're not leading with the ankle, so you're not rolling up,
All right.
right? Oh, so here's not leading with the ankle. Push, push, whole thigh working almost as an inflexible unit. Kind of doing with my hand right now, you see in my arm. But what we want is see, I roll up. See, I'm leading with my ankle, which is what we're learning to do when it comes to playing snare drum. We're leading with the wrist. Here's an example of leading with the wrist that is maybe obvious or just gives you another perspective, okay? Okay, so I would like you to roll up. That means you have to relax your leg, and that's why Dick Wilson would have you do the exercise. Let's just do it. So we make, here are my beaters off the head. I think it's a little easier, maybe. Maybe not. No. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I can leave it on. I make a tap and I go up, and I go up. That's as high as I can go up. And I make a tap and I come down in stages. I got 5 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I start to become flexible and able to make contact with the head of the bass drum. And then if I can do that, I can certainly go 2 down. So let's try this. Let's just do this together, because this is classic Dick Wilson bass drum technique. So you're in the middle of the foot, not in the middle, but you're in a specific place on the pedal, not too far up, not too far back. You find that balance point, perhaps. The leverage feels comfortable when you're correct. Right? It's okay. Yeah, going up further ain't really going to help. If this gives more throw the further back. Being too far back, you don't have enough control of the spring. In this case, I guess it is a spring. And so what we want to do is you can leave your foot on or there. I'm keeping it off. On or off is whatever it is easier right now, where you can practice both ways. But here I'm on. My heel is pretty close to the heel plate, but I'm a little bit raised. So I'm heel up. And I'm going to make a tap and go up a little bit more. Go ahead and make a tap. Good. Now I'm going to make just like that. It's like it's as if you just did what you did, but now you're starting in a new position. And you're going to go up again. Go up. Yeah, beautiful. Again.
Now you're trying to do this like at the same do you make the tap and then go up, or do you make it it's one motion, right? You kind of say you're gonna tap up, or the turn motivates the tap.
Yeah, you did it perfectly. Why don't you figure out what it is you just did naturally, like just stick with that, right? All you know is your foot is let's talk about it. I mean, I can get into it on a micro level now.
Yeah, no, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, I, okay, so, so, so I'm here just heel up. My leg is relaxed, balanced though. It's not pushing down. There's weight, enough weight so that, but so that the beater remains on the head, or if it's off the head, there's just a little less weight, right? It's like you have to hold your arm up to play the snare drum. There is some uh, control of how much weight, how much of the leg's weight you're going to allow to rest on the ball of your foot, which is on the sweet spot on the pedal board. Okay? So whatever that is, that's the tricky part. That other stuff isn't so important. What's the difference? Go ahead and put the beater on the head. You know, if you put too much weight, you won't be able to move very much. So even when you put the beater on the head, there's still some feeling of not lifting, but there's some control. Right? It doesn't quite feel like when I just completely let my foot relax and put my heel on put your heel down. Yeah, you can I can still hold the beater on the head, but now my leg is completely relaxed. It's a little less relaxed when I roll up.
Yeah. That spring's a little strong, I think, maybe, I don't know.
You want it strong, that's good, so you can leverage it. That's the mistake guys make, is they loosen up their springs. It's not helpful. Okay, and okay, so I'm heel up, and now I've got to feel a balance of some sort, and I've got to make a little. Yeah, it's almost as if as I bring the beater back just a little, everything happens at once. So that was a pretty cool question, I guess. Right? I bring the beater back, and I go up in one little tiny burst of a move. So if it's on the beater's buried or not, I have to bring it back and go up, all in one movement. Which is what you can't go slowly though. You'll be holding your leg up or doing so. You just let the leg relax. There. See, you just go up again. You got it. Go up again. Got it. Really good. See it? You're keeping your toes playing open, and you're going down. That's really keep working on. Yeah, it's very, very okay. So now what we want to do is do down perfectly, right? Boom, 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 boom. Here I'm not making notes. If I didn't make notes, I just left it on them. That's even easier, really. It's a little harder to control getting a note down. It's something you have to practice. You have to warm up to it. You have to get a feel for it. And you roll up, two, down, up, two, down, up. See, it's musical. The motion is musical. Up, two, down, up, two, down, up, two, down. You have to time the down. Too far down. The two downs have to be this distance. And you roll up. You don't go down too much on the first, like that. You see? Don't go down more on the second note either. Time it. Up. Again. Both notes. There it is. Now, up. Bass drum. Down. Bass drum. Down. Two. Bass drum. Down. Bass drum. Two. Down. Bass drum. Down. Bass drum. Yeah. Don't rush.
So you kind of, as you're going down on the left, you're kind of going up.
Watch. Down. Watch. The left come up. It's going to go down, and my right goes up. Down. See? They work kind of together. Fifth watch. It's on the very last note that you go up of the last note in the right. da, da, up, and then they reverse each other. So they're,
yeah.
it's dance. It's a dance. Steve Gadd was a tap dancer. Buddy Rich. Goes down, right? Roll. See, show, roll up. Down. All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me fix another. Why is your beater doing this before you play your two down? Your beater does what? How you can't do if you're playing properly. The beater can't come back that far. Your weight's on it. You're just doing two little downs. The beater barely moves, and your beater's going. You must be up your leg to get it. The only way to get that to happen is to put my foot on the floor and turn my ankle up. Can you get? Oh, I really have to hold my leg up to do that. I have to hold a little bit. I can't. Yeah. So you're making a mistake. Let's figure it out. Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm getting out of control, and I'm trying to get them. I'm just kind of not paying attention.
That's your leg. You come down to the two notes. The two little notes, the beater barely comes away. You keep it dug in. How are you going to get speed? Look, how's it all moving? It doesn't go like this. That's me holding up.
I'm basically lifting my whole leg off the pedal, I think.
So slow it down and get it. Don't just go again. It's not what you play, it's how you play. You know what I would do? I would do is I would eliminate the left leg for a minute, the left foot, and I would keep the motion in the right. There it is. There it is. So roll up first, and it's just like you leave the bead down to throw. You don't bring the bead, Ritik would scream. You don't bring the bead up on the way up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really shed some control of this.
What do you mean, Dick? You leave the beater or the bead down when you go up, and then you bring it up. That's ankle. The bead.
And try it on the head.
You're countervailing each other. Leave it there. It doesn't. There you go. Your note is connected, still going down. You have to leave it. You don't bring it up. It's down. It's down. No. Go slower. Go slower. Nope. Lift it up. Oh, you lift it. Nope. Doesn't. Yeah. Keep it there. Now come down one note. And another note. Good. Roll back up. Leave it there. You rolled almost all the way up. That's fine. Yeah. Do I roll all? How high do I go? I'm rolled up, not all the way, but I'm almost at the top of my roll. I've pronated my ankle, so I'm way up for some degree of upness that you're not experiencing. So roll up, stretch out your ankle. Yeah, then it goes down. Till you feel that, you ain't ready to play. Now you play, and the heel goes down, you make a note. And then you make another note, and the heel goes down again. There, you roll back up, stretch it out, and you do it again. Down. That's an honest leading with the ankle. That's an honest to goodness with the ankle. Here, if I see it come, as your leg goes up, up. Leave the beater on the head for remedial.
What is it? Off, on?
Leave the beater on the head. So when you go up, that beater shouldn't move. There. It only moves on the way down. There. On the head. Up. Oh, it doesn't go in. Oh, it, you leverage up. Can't take time to relax it.
What
Roll
is
it.
it?
It gives you time to relax your leg. You leave it there so your leg can be relaxed, and then you release it. If you lift it up as you go up, you're not releasing. You're holding it up. You get to
Yeah.
relax, right, and pronate, and then you release. It's a very different feeling. See? And you release. Or what is it? Catch, release, catch, and release, catch, and release. If that- Okay, so that's something that, it's like rehearsing the band. At a certain point, you're not, if the guys can't get it, I'm not going to rehearse it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really spend some time with that one. Just shedding it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and at a certain point, if a guy can't get it, I like to use musicians that I don't have to, I don't have to work so hard with. But at a certain,
Yeah, I think I get the concept down though. Just getting control. I think I get to work on the control.
this is the stuff that those folks we would need to work on our own, and not have someone hanging over us, guiding us through every nuance of something that at a certain point, if you've done the work, you should be able to get. So,
Yeah.
right? So you have to do the work. And you're
Yeah.
willing to, I know I was comparing it to, but it's like rehearsing a band a little bit. Something like that, teaching and rehearsing a band. Okay, so even if you're leading with your leg, see, it's going to be harder to get the speed up. Won't be able to get much speed. Okay, so you got that. So at 40, and your wrist turns look pretty good. So I have not, notice I haven't mentioned your hands. Okay, so at 40, I had you playing. It's more like a bossa nova, isn't it, this tempo? And tan and young and young, the girl don't eat me, walking, and when she got, she smiles, or we can add, we can add, when she walks, she's like a summer breeze. So you'll be able to play with the band and play a beautiful bossa nova.
Yeah.
And we can either keep the right hand playing. Chuck Silverman liked to keep it going and not accent the cross stick pattern with the right hand, because it made it sound like more like two independent drummers. But both are cool, right? Okay. Oh, maybe we'll work on that next, but the next foot lesson perhaps. One thing at a time. First, now we're going to include the hands. So I don't want to run off, jump ahead. But okay, so we have this tempo: 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then I had you playing Spivak. 1. You try to maintain everything, right? That's the first exercise on the, put your metronome on 40. That's the first exercise of the upstroke and downstroke. Time.
Sam?
Now, okay, see, you do that, it's good. Now you're gonna play the Spivak.
Oh, the accent. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and that was really good, you see. I was trying to tell you that a little earlier, but I couldn't stop you from playing, which is,
Yeah, sorry, I can't really hear when I was playing. I'm sorry, I was getting lost in the mix there.
you just have to keep a good periphery hearing. But yeah, and the fact that you're into it and you're on a roll, I kind of didn't mind that you wanted to keep
Yeah.
good. Okay, now, so, and your throw isn't too bad. Here's what I want you to focus on. So we'll work on the hands too a little bit here, right? Combine the two.
Yeah.
Now your left hand is about, you said 80% healed. So we're back to matched. Okay. The first thing is we need the floor. I'm thinking that way in my feet too. You know, I find a floor and then I move around it and I always come back to the floor, you see? Your feet. See where the heel is going to end up? I've decided that's my floor. So I'm going to come back to that. You see? Right? Right? And so when I'm thinking about my hands, that floor is just as important, if not more. So I want to go into the we're talking about go into the Chuck Silverman, let the arms hang. The Richard Martinez thing too. You gotta let the arms hang. That's why you don't necessarily want to be sitting on a chair that is too wide. Dick Wilson wanted to get a real padded high-end piano bench, which would counter the idea that you wanted a seat that would allow you to let your arms hang by. It's interesting. Wish he was around, I could ask him. But this is really helpful. And then we bring this up, right? And when you were playing your wrist turns, see, I really want to be at this floor, and show me your angle. I don't know if you can see me. So see my hand?
Yeah.
Show me your angle. Well, put your right hand down. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you see, it doesn't look like this. Right? Sometimes I'll have a student that's like, well, why can't it be like this? Well, you really know what you're doing, I guess. It's not as efficient. It means your grip isn't together. The grip doesn't go like this. If your grip looks like this, then the angle will be this. So this tells me that your grip looks like this, not like this. Now that might seem like a little thing, but it ain't. It isn't. It's not. Okay. So I'm thinking about the floor, right? And I'm thinking about my angle. In other words, my grip. I know that if I have the proper grip, proper 3-finger grip, and I'm down at the floor, that's another reason that I have, by the way, pad angled a little bit. Dick Wilson, I'll hip you to this. This is a subtle adjustment. Dick, and I wish he was around. So there's a little confusion. There's the running of the stick to the belly button routine, but it makes body shape differently. Distance from shoulder to anti-cubical fossa might be different. from one person to the next. But what and the bead is supposed to be parallel, or the stick is supposed to be parallel bead to butt end, half an inch or an inch, and I thought it was from the playing surface, but maybe not. Maybe it's from the floor, which I misunderstood to be the playing surface, because maybe he meant the actual floor. Okay, so if it's the actual floor, my arm has a particular shape. It's almost 90 degrees. I can't lose that. The minute I lose that, I've ruined the ability to really use his technique as prescribed. Okay, so I want to be at the floor. One of the ways that it helps me to get to the floor when I'm playing and then releasing and squeezing is to have my pad angled a little bit. So my pad is, you'll notice, slightly angled.
I don't think I have too much adjustment on this one. Oh yeah, maybe. Let's see.
It can really help you get to the floor. Now, maybe
There we go.
it
Low rider.
looks pretty good. Would say it's blasphemous. What I know, because you don't want to get the shank, but you want to be real low. Dick Wilson had his pad really high, by the way. You know, we're trying to figure it out. Watch videos of Dick Wilson playing his pad.
Yeah.
It's pretty high. Who knows what he did on the gig? I didn't have a chance to ever hear.
Yeah, I don't think that's because there are any videos online. I don't think I've caught any videos of him playing.
Well, I know
I heard a track, but I don't know if I actually saw any.
Bob Ernest saw him play. We could ask Bob. He's still around. He's a lovely man. Okay, studied for years too. Okay, so you see, here I'm parallel to the actual floor.
Right.
My pad is slightly angled, and then if you touch, go ahead and touch. Is your butt end on the palm?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. And there's a little bit of an angle, stick relative to the surface. And then when I release, now the butt end has gone down and I'm almost like perfectly flat to the playing surface. Release, and release. So you can't do it, you're lifting your arm up. You didn't go down, you created even more of an angle. That's not a release. And we talked, since you've been injured, because we were just there, we were just getting into this more seriously, okay? And then when you turn your wrist back up, what happens? Notice I started to lose my floor by yakking, and I went to lift it up, and I realized, oh, I'm not quite at the floor. I want this feeling all the time. Okay, so I'm parallel to the actual surface of the earth, so to speak. I touch. Now I'm at an angle to the surface, playing surface. And now what I want to do is with this arm, relax. I just want to bend forward a little more. There. See your hand opened up. I don't see your hand opening up very much. Now this is really slow, borderline where it might not even be an upstroke, 40. But I think you can. Hold on. So how much of that can I get involved here? I had to find the tempo. Notice? Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Working on my grip. In other words, my angle. I'm looking for the floor. So I can start to get this out. See? Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, close, open, 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 close, close, open, close. Dick Wilson's pad. Open, close, open, close, open, close. See? Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, close, open, close, open, close, open. relaxing. That's where you get your relaxation, right? Then you make a throw to the floor. Okay? I had to find the floor, and you release. And then you start to put into practicum. Can't hear me? Okay. See, I want to hit that floor so I can really get a release. I want to be able to release. And then I add the other hand. But you got to get to the floor on your throw. And then you can feel this. Dick used to use this pad to teach, you know. He'd bring it out and he'd hold it down. He'd hold it down low. I don't know how he got it too low, but he would. This is, you can see it in the videos. He's got this. It's a great pad, man. It's real quiet, but he would hold it down low to get you to turn. I think he used it for something else. It just happens to be here right now, and it worked as a device. I'm dusting it off as a sign of respect. Please forgive me. Okay. Right, see, so there's that. Okay? Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're looking for a squeeze and release one. Cool. And now this connects with what we're doing with the hands. On some level, although I'm not thinking squeeze and release with the hands, because Dick would say the feet are easier than the hands because you're not holding a stick in your fingers and holding a stick. So you're making motions, but I don't know, squeeze and release. I don't. It's coming from the same place. I feel my toes contracting. You know, Dick would say there's a follow through with the toes. So would Murray. Okay. So I'm looking to get a throw that comes down, all the way down, so that I can get some of this on the way up. I'm open. So you do it, and we're just doing a little work. So let's do it again, and I'll see if I see what I saw a minute ago. I don't think you're at the floor, and you're right. You're right down. Down, 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 more down. Yeah, get it down. Yeah, see, that's more release. Now you're relaxed. Now let your arm hang by your side and bring it up. Yeah, bring it up and find the floor. It's going to be down. There, see, there. That's different than what you're doing. The little difference is the difference between success and failure. So if you're going to, from down there, just like your heel in the foot, it's got to come back to there. So put the throw and come back to there. Hold on now. I don't need a bunch of, don't give me a gooseneck. Not that there's anything wrong, because if you could call what is correct a gooseneck, but what we're calling what you're doing incorrect a gooseneck for fun, right? But you're making a big deal out of this. And if you're going to make a big deal out of this, then you have to get the whole part of it in perspective. You're making a big deal out of this and giving me not a full throw. So if you're going to give me this gooseneck thing, this Dick Wilson kind of throw, you've got to bring the bead. Teaching under unusual circumstances here, but you have to bring. How would I do it? But you have to something like that. So I really want to be down at the floor, wherever that floor is. Now that the surface is angled, my floor is different here. Okay. So I'm down at the floor, right? And if I'm going to come up that much, then I have to come all the way up floor, all the way up and get back
Yeah.
to the floor. Murray wants you to get to where he says the power is for sooner. And it's easier to keep the floor because you're not traveling as far. Okay, so Murray might help you keep the floor better. So Murray just needs to, once you do this, you're ready to go up and you're back at the floor. So you don't make a big deal out of this part unless you're going to give me the whole shebang. And then you're going to turn up. Remember, Nelson? No, watch. Turn up. Turn your wrist. Better. Let the stick, the 3 fingers turn high. Come up, so just break your wrist. Turn up to your eyes. Turn up high. Turn up high. Stop. Stop. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Get that? You saw Louis. And then you're going to come. Murray has Louis. He says, and now you're going to cock your wrist. And Louis up here. Right. Or like that. There you go. Get me. It feels like you get me behind on top. In front. More down. If you get to the floor, the up becomes way easier to feel.
Yeah.
Floor will give you the up. But if you don't have the floor, if you don't come all the way to the floor, you won't be able to get the up. Not really. So you have to start even lower. Come on. Feet. Put your feet with that. That was great.
That's where I get messed up.
Wait. Da, 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 da. You go. There. And now then just get your hands to do what you were just doing. And it's like, we're looking good. Da, 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 you're at 60. Da, 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 da. Just get the feet first and put them on automatic pilot like I hit you to. Floor. You're not.
What is it?
Get to the floor and turn to the ceiling. You got a couple. You can do this. There you go. Yeah, Jason.
Yeah.
See, that isn't just a throwaway. Oh, well, I could do it the other. No, you have a particular sound when you do that. It means it's behaving normally, right? And you get a particular sound too. there's a certain kind of thing that. So now we're gonna doing good chip good. So you're there. So let's see. You're about there. And so we're so we're just going to keep that speed and just play groups of 3. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 3 1 2 squeeze release squeeze release squeeze release squeeze release squeeze see, it has a sound. Let me get it here. There. Get the beat work, the timing, Diane together, right? But there you're starting to see it work.
Yeah.
It's the sound, and you're nice and flat. Okay, so now we have to get the 3. Now, I'm still feeling the squeeze and release here. Really, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, release, gotta get to the floor in my left. There. The stick starts to just roll through the hand, and I get that sound. Everything sounds even. Both accents sound similar with a similar attack. The notes in between sound similar to one another. And you get a certain quality of sound. So, we're at 60, see if you can pull this off. Okay, floor, get it down. Sure. Anti-cubical faucet. Down. I like to lean back. Go ahead, lean back. Watch what happens when you lean back. No, put your hands over the surface. You can lean back like this. Yeah, now lean back. Lean back. Keep your stick right there. Come on, lean back a bit more. The first thing you want to do is, but don't do it yet, because sometimes we lose track of each other.
Yeah.
You want to just turn your wrist for 6. Now the gate for turning your wrist is that grip, so your angle is looking good, and you're at the floor, which you've been doing today pretty nicely. I haven't really mentioned it. When you start to throw and you start to lift, and the stick, you don't come to the floor, and then you can't make an upstroke. You don't turn.
Yeah.
You got that. Now there's more coordination, isn't there? Okay, and he would just, it was dizzying for you at that tempo. I could tell. Well, so what? Just like you were able to get the Spivak 4/4 up to tempo pretty quick, you will with this too. It's just a little more complicated because now we're making accents in both hands. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. So accents, accent, see, I don't even think about it. I'm just doing this. But if you need to analyze, if you need to, trying to turn and face you, I'm no longer in the center of my sound source. But if we were trying to figure out what happens, okay, Okay, so the first accent's with the second note in the right, right? Correct? Bass drum. Ah. Okay, we know that one's there. Floor, 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 grip, grip, grip. And I'm landing right somewhere here in Carlos. Okay, so say dum dum, chick dum. So we're going to break it down. I don't need to at this point, but to help a student, I do need to. So the first note is on the second note of the right. Now let's find out where the second note is. On, Oh, so the left is on the first note of the right. See, the right has 1, 2. 1, 2, if you wanted to think of it that way. Or we could count it, but maybe I would do it this way. This is real overly simplistic, but cool. So it's on the first one, and then the left accent will be on the first accent's on the second note in the right. The next is on the first note of the right. So I would do that for a while. I would just go ah 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 ah. Just feel that.
Is that with the left foot? No. And one.
Yeah.
And
So
one.
play the two accents.
It'll be like.
Coordination starts in the right. There it is, and the left comes on the first note of the foot. You have two notes in right every time. Ah. Just play the left hand that comes on the first note of the foot. Da, 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 da. Ah! Beat. Basically, you're not doing what you have to have your feet going. This is about, it's different than what you just did. First, you want to hit your feet, then you want to put the hands as playing singles, and then you just want to catch the second note in the left. Is it cool? Do you understand what you're doing?
Instead of doing.
Watch.
1, 2, 3.
It's because it's another cool pattern. This is all going to help your playing. You don't just have to play Murray's pattern. Right, so a chick dum dum, and I'm just doing this. See, it lands on the
It's on the upbeat.
It's great. This is a cool
exercise. So it's after, so right after the hi-hat, it'll hit there, right?
Okay. Maybe the real correct way is to have you count the whole thing out, but for now I just wanted you to get the feel, even more childlike. Just if I was just trying to figure this stuff out, I might count it out, but I might figure out, okay, well, where are the hands landing relative to this foot pattern? Oh, the right lands with the first foot, the second foot, then the left lands with the first right. But so just the left. And just your one and two and. stuff, this is shedding stuff. So you're,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really break that down, the
okay,
turtle speed.
okay, so now I'm gonna figure out without the whole counting thing, which maybe I'm not sure, but, so I know it, so, well, first I'm gonna get my feet, I gotta go through this too. And then I'm just gonna go, da, 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 da. Oh, the next action comes with the left foot. Ah, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, foot. Yeah, I can get that far. Then the next action, well, let's see. See, first I'll just play singles and I'll hear the accent in my head. So figure out which hand is landing on. So I hear right, left, right, left, right. Well, let's see. So it lands in between that. Yeah, it lands right in between. And now where's the next one gonna land? Hold on. In between, oh, we're back at the top. So there's one in between, and then there's one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, in between. 1. Okay, so it lands in between, and then we're back at the top. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, in between. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, 1. In between, beginning. If I'm going to end, where is that in the bass drum? It's on the first note. Then I wouldn't play the last one. Da ba da ba da ba da ba ba. Or it'd be easier to land on the created any. If a cheat and land da da, I can land with both feet and not have to figure it out, right? But that's cheating, maybe, because you're hearing something else musically. But you see? So see if you can just get the one that lands on the hi-hat. Did you get that one yet? Right?
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
Get one at a time. Cool, isn't it? So, yeah. Now you got that. See, this is cool. Now, you're starting to sound like a drummer now. Now what you want to do is you want to just get the accent in the right that comes with the left foot. So just play some singles, and when you're ready, just play an accent in your right with the left foot and get the feel of that. Because that's what's going to happen. Maintain this. Go on. There, see, that's easy. Yeah, keep doing that. Just feel that, because You got it. The last one is the trickiest, perhaps. Doon, doon, chet, doon, doon, cha, doon, doon. So it's do, 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 da, do, do, da, do, do, ba, che. So the next left accent is in between. So play it nice and slowly. See if you can just get da, do, 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 da, 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 bacha, do bacha, do bacha, do.
So it's after the tap, boom. With it right.
Yeah, don't do left, boom, boom, doom, chat, doom, chat, chat, doom, left, doom, left, doom. Just so let's play the pattern, doom, chat. So it's landing just before the hi-hat, in between the bass. Land with that. Just play singles. Da, da.
Yeah, it'll be right though.
Don't make it up. Where is it in the hand when you get to that? You can almost just play it a little louder when you feel it. Then you can start making a throw. Find out what it is. Not the right. It's your left. No, it's your left.
Oh, left. Yeah, okay. I'm all messed up.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You got it.
Woo.
Wow.
That's just, yeah.
Okay, so right, you have every reason to be working on your coordination, as you can see.
Yeah, I just gotta sit with that, meditate on that.
Now that's coordination, okay? And yet you're starting to use this feedback technique, and so that when you bring the coordination in with playing the instrument as we like to, using this technique,
Yeah,
you're going to start to sound really professional.
yeah, nice.
You'll sound good, and people will notice it. You don't need to flash them out with all kinds of fancy stuff. They're going to be really happy, right? Because you're going to create. Dick would say, "Don't worry about all that stuff. All the other stuff will come along as you play, but you want to create a dance, and everyone will love your playing." That creates
Oh, yeah.
a dance. Okay, I'm turning off the camera.
Yeah, nice.
That was cool. I enjoyed it.